Hello, hi there Aquariuses, I do hope that you are well and welcome to your love horoscope for October 2017. Welcome to my channel, my name is Bella and most people know me as Bella the Secret Psychic, and how I do all of my readings is with the help of my spirit guides. If you'd like to know more about me and my services, all the links are just below, and perhaps you'd like to join my Facebook page where every Monday to Friday I pull a daily affirmation or oracle card to give you some wisdom and some guidance also on your day every day. So, for those of you who know me, I like to crack straight into what my guides want you to know in a very general way in terms of the themes or things that you should be looking out to expect as we go along this month. I had to kind of say this a little bit to, I think, Leos about watching your thought forms this month, because the only difference between you and a Leo is that there is this element of not believing you're good enough in a situation, perhaps because of the experiences you've had with love or experience with somebody, and that getting into your mind because of the perceived lack, which my guides are saying is not true. There is much movement, more than you expect. It's just that I think some patience is running out for some of you Aquariuses, basically. And also the way that it's slightly displayed is a little bit like throwing the dummies out of a pram, a little bit. Like I get a little bit of immaturity, guys, because you're getting fed up. You know, like I kind of want to just throw my head back, and I kind of want to be like a toddler and just throw my head back and arch my back and start throwing myself on the floor or something, because it's like why? Why am I like, why is that person annoying me, or why is that person not doing, or why won't that person just come forward? So for some of you, it would be like you've been waiting on somebody and you're just getting really frustrated with them because they're like, come on now, you know, it is so obvious. Why don't you just ask me out or do something? And that could play out because I get Instagram being brought up quite a lot, or people seeing like Facebook pages and stuff, and there's like this kind of, you know, sometimes you get coded language between people and you're just like, come on, stop being immature, just do something about it. And then for others of you where you're in a sort of established connection, you're just like, I guess, noticing and being really self-aware of what you perceive as kind of some lack a little bit, but it's just a feeling, basically. And my guides are just saying here, like, you feel like you're lost in a maze a little bit with not knowing the way out, and the maze is definitely an internal one that is emotional for you and not the reality of the situation. Because my guides are saying another person, you know, new or otherwise, it does feel like there's somebody, you know, if I'm being honest with you, for most of you, the other person is wanting to nurture that relationship. They're having, like in the first week, like a conversation with themselves, like lots of planning and plotting, but like in their own head. And because they're doing it in their own head and not doing or saying, it's leaving you to believe that nothing is changing, when actually, in fact, it is. You know, sometimes we can't always be privy to what goes on in someone else's mind unless you come here, but this is what's happening. They are literally, right, I need to do this, and this is how I feel about that person, and so I just want to check out for myself that it's worth taking the risk, or I need to do it, and like they're having this big sort of conversation with themselves that they can do this, they want to do it, but it's just that they're keeping the dialogue to themselves for now. And then like I get here in the second week, then really, like if they're not by that point, and some of you might have happened even earlier, but if not by that point, they would have really verbalized it because they really want to have a new beginning. They really appreciate you. They really, now they show it, but I just want to say, because of some of you perhaps feeling this lost and frustrated and feeling quite emotional in what is actually a really good positive month, that you may not believe them, basically. I'm getting some of you, like when they start to move forward or say things, you'll be like, yeah, right, you know, prove it. Do more, say more. Or, you know, it could be that they're saying to you, I'm breaking up with somebody else, and you're like, okay, yeah, let me see if you're going to do it, because if you do it, then I'll believe you a bit more about whether we're going to progress. And it could come out in many different ways. It could be them declaring that undying love, and you're like, yeah, but do something to show that. Then stop saying this, let's start doing, meet me for a date, let's do something, just do something. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there is this frustration in you that could come out in ways where you feel like you want to, you know, throw a dummy out of pram, basically, because it's like, just come on. You know, because I'm starting to it's starting to affect my perception of who I am to you, basically, and it's not making you feel comfortable. But the reality is this person does, and they will. And I know patience is a dirty word. My guides are saying, have some patience. Please have some patience, because it all works out in the end. And some things are based on timing. Some things are based on people's free will and their own personal learning to get them somewhere. But get there they will. Get there they will, because we're in much better energy for things positively going. And this is why I do these readings, is because just because this is the energy that I see now, the fact that you are viewing this means that you have all the ability to change that and say, you know what, I'm going to have a better attitude about it. I'm not going to throw me dummies at the pram. I'm going to take a deep breath and continue to have a little bit of patience with this, only to see it work out in the end. And I'm also going to believe that it works out to my advantage, because I'm a great advocate about what we think about, we create. So change your intentions, basically. You're not lost in a maze. You are getting what you want, my guides are saying. So relax about it, chill out, basically. So, I mean, they ultimately say you have a choice, because if it's frustrating you that much, you don't have to wait. You don't have to have this connection, whether it's new, otherwise, or otherwise, whether it's established and they're just frustrating you. You don't have to have this. You need to recognise that you have power in this, about how you let it affect you. But I would say here, for most of you, do give it a chance, because actually they do show it. So first of all, they tell you, then they do the thing that they said they were going to do. And then, so there is actions being backed behind it, so that you can start to feel that you are loved, that this can go somewhere, which then changes the internal message you're giving yourself, which my guides pretty much want you to do from the beginning, which is to love yourself from the inside and know that the blessings that you give yourself are, you know, you align to, basically. They don't want you to get so frustrated that you charge off in another direction, but you can. You absolutely can, because frustration to this level that I'm feeling could make people want to say, you know what, I just can't do it anymore. I'm off. And to feel very guarded about it. But I think that's a thing. They're saying if you do that without giving the opportunity, then you do feel guarded as you go into the next couple of months, because you feel like you don't want to give that person a chance or listen. But by giving them that chance and letting them prove the actions, that all melts away. And there's no need for you to feel like you have to protect yourself. And that's how it's coming across. It's coming across that ultimately you feel that you need to protect yourself from your heart being broken. And my guides are saying it's not that black and white. The person does and will show you more, and will be more. Doesn't matter, again, whether this is a new person you're about to embark on or whether this is an existing one. You are getting more. You need to believe it. You're getting a bigger lollipop than perhaps you think you're getting. All right? So yeah, I'm sure that was probably a stronger message than you probably was expecting today, but my guides, well, no, I never know what I'm going to get, but my guides are just saying here that is the message you need to know, so that you can take it this, start to look at things from a slightly different viewpoint. And we all have expectations, don't we, when it comes to love, and we all feel disappointed if somebody isn't giving us certainty, or somebody just isn't moving at the speed you like them to. But recognise that we're all individuals, and we all get to a learning at different points. But it does happen. And in this month, why? Because it is a really, really, really good positive energy month. It really is. So use it to your advantage. And I really, really hope that's helped today. Again, if you'd like to know more about me, the links are below. If you've liked this, you liked, you shared, you comment. I'd love to hear all about what's been happening. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.